The power of Meghan's rebrand. Yes, guys, there's power in what Meghan is doing. She is the architect of it. She knows what she's doing, and it works all the time. So, Meghan Markle has always been a master of reinvention. As they always say, oh, she's reinventing herself. But yes, there's a power to it, guys. A woman who understands the art of branding, storytelling, and public perception. When news broke that she did not secure the trademark for American Riviera Orchard, sometimes I think it was last year, many saw this as a setback. But in reality, it was a blessing in disguise. What seemed like a hurdle may have actually opened the doors for something much bigger, allowing Meghan to step into a rebrand with even greater impact and flexibility. Right? Because we heard her saying she was limited in scope. It was limiting her because ARO or American Riviera Orchard, she had to be producing things manufactured in the area or grown in the area. So it really limited her creativity, limited her flexibility. She was not flexible at all, right?
Meghan Markle knows the power of a rebrand. That's why she just did one ahead of the launch of her Netflix show on March 4th. This whole rebrand could be a case study in itself. For this video, I want to talk about how niching down can actually be a detriment to a brand. I'm Sammy, talking about all things business and culture, so follow along for more. Meghan's first business venture was called American Riviera Orchard. For one, the name doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. The name made sense for Meghan because American Riviera is the name of the region of Santa Barbara, which is where she lives with her family now. She puts out this video on Instagram a few days ago that speaks to the change in her business name. And she shares that her previous business name kind of meant that she could only sell products that were native or manufactured to Santa Barbara, and she wanted more flexibility than that. And if we're talking about the business operations, anything that's actually produced in Santa Barbara is going to be incredibly expensive to make. She wanted to build a business venture with good profit margins. Producing everything in Santa Barbara is not it. One thing that was conveniently left out of the video was that last August, the Patent and Trademark Office denied the request for that trademark name. But my take on this is I think the fact that she didn't get the trademark is actually a blessing. I think the name could have alienated her core audience. Now this leads us to her new name, As Ever. The name is broader, more vague, and can capture the wide range of products that she applied for in her trademark application. She included a broad array of products that can now be produced outside of Santa Barbara too. One thing I need to mention, because I feel like it gets underreported a lot, is Meghan launched her own lifestyle blog in 2014 called The Tig. She did really well with it, and her core audience loved this type of content from her. As Ever feels like The Tig 2.0. Combines what she's good at with what she loves, so I'm genuinely really excited to see what comes of this.
So the name American Riviera Orchard made perfect sense for Meghan, as we guys know. It was inspired by Santa Barbara's reputation as the American Riviera, a place known for its breathtaking views, luxury living, and high-end products. And we know Meghan lived very close by, right? But therein lay the challenge. Such a hyper-localized brand could have inadvertently alienated her core audience, meaning us. They're saying because Meghan would have to spend so much to produce or get the items because it's expensive, right? Her audience, which is a Sussex squad and people who genuinely love her from the Tig days, it maybe would pinch her pockets more than pinch the pocket, right? So when she loved the name because it's her era, it's where she wanted to promote and everything. But at the end of the day, when all is said and done, the trademark never went through. There was a blessing. So the saying, when something don't work out, there's a reason for it, and you must give thanks in all things. So yes, maybe Meghan felt frustrated, disappointed, but guess what? Now, with As Ever, she can expand. She can go beyond her horizon. Yes, there are certain things she maybe can't do because, you have some other companies that does maybe clothing or photography. Fine. That's fine. But there's so many, the things that she wanted to do with ARO, she cannot do it as ever. And she has put in her patent. Some of it is approved. She's going through some more things with them. So things are looking looking up, right? So therein, as I was saying to you, lays a problem, right? Because it was alienating her core audience. Meghan's appeal stretches far beyond California. She is global, and her supporters hail from the UK, Africa, Canada, Australia, and beyond. She's a global superstar. She's a mega superstar, right? So everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody wants to be able to support her, but at the end of the day, Meghan wants it to be affordable. She wants her supporters to be able to maybe pick up a nice cup here for not as expensive, right? It might be a little more pricey because we know with her global status, certain things it's gonna come with that territory, but it's not gonna be breaking the bank, and that is turned out to be good, so there was that blessing in disguise there. Would a Santa Barbara exclusive brand truly resonate with them? That is with the audience, right? So everything is working out how it's supposed to be worked out, right? If the trademark had been approved, Meghan's product line would have been restricted to items native to or manufactured in Santa Barbara. While the area is home to incredible agriculture, wine, and artisanal goods, this limitation could have prevented her from sourcing products from other regions that align with her vision and values. More importantly, limiting her brand to Santa Barbara would have created potential pricing challenges. The high cost of sourcing and producing luxury goods in such an expensive region could have led to lower profit margins. Would the everyday supporter, the one who loves and admires Meghan's journey, be able to afford these products? Would a high-end exclusive California brand be accessible enough to make the kind of impact Meghan truly wants to make? So you understand, a more inclusive brand is what we are talking about, So everything, Meghan, definitely, I'm sure they had to brainstorm. They had to look at the possibility, the highs, the lows, the pros, the cons, alternative brand, high-end products. All of those things they had to look at with a wider sourcing range. With the trademark rejection, Meghan now has the opportunity to pivot in a way that gives her more control and inclusivity. Instead of being bound by Santa Barbara's geographical constraints, she can build a brand that is reflective of her entire journey, one that blends luxury with accessibility, global appeal with personal storytelling. Imagine a brand that doesn't just speak to the exclusivity of Montecito, but to the warmth, resilience, and empowerment that Meghan embodies. A lifestyle brand that champions sustainability, ethical sourcing, and high quality goods from around the world. This setback might have actually set her free. Yes. So I tell you, when Father God, when one door closes, how many more he opens? Many more. So this setback or this challenge that people were gloating over and thinking that it was the end of Meghan and she should just go in and hide. And Meghan said, how many times you're going to fall? If you fall 7 times, 70 times, get right back up. Try again. Never stop believing in yourself. Never stop trying. Never stop pushing ahead. You can always reinvent the wheel. Nobody say because one business fail, they're going to just lay over and cry and die. No. You can't do that. I'm sure Steve Jobs, when he was starting Apple's, had many challenges, had many businesses that closed down. But guess what? He did not stop. He continued, he persevered, he moved forward, and he said, yes, I'm setting my eyes because I know what my future is. I know what my future holds. And that is the same mindset I see in Meghan. She knows exactly what she wants out of life. So when you talk about the art of reinvention, there's nothing wrong with that word. I know the British press love to paint it. She's coming up, she's reinventing the wheel and she's doing it, she's starting. Listen, guys, don't listen to those losers. Don't listen to them. Reinvent the wheel as many times as you want to, because at the end of the day, are you going to just lay down and die? Are you going to just lay down and give up on life? Are you going to just don't care because you had one challenging moment in your life? Is that what we're teaching our children, that if they fail at one thing, they must just give up on life? Maybe that's why a lot of the children nowadays are just, they don't have a sense of purpose, because we're basically telling them that if they fail, they fail. Really? Look how many people failed and get right back up and move and press along, push up, push forward. So Meghan is doing that, and Meghan continue to reinvent, continue to evolve, continue to do what you want. You know what you want to achieve. You're an entrepreneur and you're going to continue pushing ahead. So Meghan Markle's ability to pivot and rebrand is a case study in itself. Yes, her ability to pivot and rebrand is a case study in itself, because Meghan is telling her followers, telling people out there that never you give up on life. Once God have you breathing breath, there's still more life to go, still more life to live. Never give up, guys. That is my task to you. I encourage you, no matter what is going on in your life, tomorrow comes. And tomorrow, you ever hear the saying, weeping endures for the night, but what comes in the morning? Joy comes in the morning. Just like Meghan loved to talk about joy. We all go through our issue. We all have our challenges. But if you continue to push and push and push, tomorrow you realize it's a brighter day. So yes, reinvent the wheel as much as you need to reinvent the wheel. The wheel doesn't stop. The wheel doesn't stop. From Hollywood to the royal family to now forging her own empire, she has consistently shown the ability to turn obstacles into stepping stones. This moment is no different. And how many times they think Meghan is down and out, and they see Meghan come and smiling, and there's something being cooked up, something in the work, something happening, and Meghan is just smiling, looking beautiful, glowing, and happy as ever, because Meghan never let obstacles get in her way. She's always forging, she's always pushing ahead. So instead of viewing the loss, which happened to so many people, instead of viewing the loss of a trademark as a failure, Meghan can now craft a brand that speaks to a larger audience and gives her more creative freedom. Definitely, that's what she said. She was limited. No, she's free to create, free to make, free to do, and free to innovate. Yes, freedom is a must. She is free to do what she wants to do now. You understand? She has her trademark with her name under her belt. She's getting her products on. She's coming out in spring. That is it. The show is coming out next week. A lot of excited things are happening in Meghan's life. The rebrand isn't just about business. It's about creating a movement, one that represents modern luxury, ethical entrepreneurship, yes, and a fresh approach to lifestyle branding. So what's next? Right? What does come next for Meghan? With Meghan's track record, one thing is certain: her next move will be intentional, impactful, and deeply strategic. Whether it's a new name, a global lifestyle brand, or an entirely fresh concept, Meghan is poised to turn this into another success story. Yes, Meghan has started so many business from she has left the royal family, so she had to leave. Cause sometimes it's the very thing that's holding you down why you're not able to accelerate. She had to move on. She had to leave. She could not be in that toxic environment because she's a light. Her light must be shone into the world. Go out there and shine your light in the world. So she's turning, Meghan is poised to turn this into another success story. One thing is for sure: this rebrand will not only redefine her business, but also reinforce her place as a modern powerhouse in branding and influence. Oh, yes, what seemed like a setback was actually a setup for something even greater. Meghan Markle's next chapter is unfolding. We talk about this period, this season, her chapter of joy. And her next chapter, guys, is unfolding. And it's a beautiful chapter that's going to be unfolding. Because as we say, Meghan unfolding, one of them is going to be, she's going to be a billionaire. It's a must. She is a business mogul. She is going to be a billionaire. And guess what is important in all of this? The world is watching. Not Salting Island alone. They're bitter. They're bitter to the core. The world, Meghan, is watching, because you know what the world also likes? The world likes a fighter. The world likes a go-getter. The world likes someone who, when they're knocked down, they get right back up and put themselves back on track. That's what the world like. We love second chances. And girl, we don't care whether it's second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. We don't care. We just know that you are doing great. You are making a mark on this world from you were a baby, from you were young. I watched some videos with you when you were young, Meghan, that Procter & Gamble one, where you speak out. There were others at UN. You could see, they talk about you at Northwestern University. You were part of the Bright Club, maybe the valedictorian. I don't quite sure if you were actually the valedictorian, but maybe you were. Meghan, you have always put yourself on the path for success. And I know that you're a blessed woman. I know that you must be a praying woman, because a lot of good things are happening in your have happened, are happening, and will happen in your life. So that is it, guys. Meghan is the architect of rebranding, and we love it. Absolutely love it. So guys, don't let people use your life story to define you, or to turn it and twist it and turn it into a negative way. No, you tell them your life story. You tell them where you're going. Get right back up. Put yourself on the path to success, just like Meghan is doing. And I'm telling you, everything. What did Meghan say? One of her things says, she don't want to spoil the ending for you, but everything. What is it? Everything will be okay. She's not spoiling your ending. She's just telling you, based on her experience, that yes, you might get knocked down today, but in the end, every single thing will be okay. Yes, Meghan, we love this. We love this for you, and we're rooting for you. We're happy for you. Everything, Meghan, will be okay. So, guys, this is a good story. I'm just telling you, I'm just so happy to see what God is doing in Meghan's life, because this woman is a blessed woman. We see what she has gone through. We see even when she stopped talking, what she did, this, she said, the tree just tell her to breathe, because when she's silent is an issue. When she talks is an issue. If she does this is an issue. If she does that, then nobody can live like that. No one. No one can live like that, where somebody is constantly dictating their life story. No, no, no. You are your own person. You make your decision only between you and your Father God, that you make that decision. But nobody can have you as ping pong, twisting you and turning you. No. And at some point, you have to say, I am out, I am done, enough is enough. So that's it, guys. This is a good story. Whatever Satan meant for bad, God is turning it for good. Oh, yes. So, yes, guys, good story, good story. Bye, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.